to Chatting with Craft Atelier. This is our first video for 2025. And for those that don't really know who we are, maybe introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Hui Lian, and I am one half of Craft Atelier.
So I'm Chen Chen. So we run the studio. In case people are wondering, we are a very small, local craft studio that's very much dedicated to the fiber arts. We each have our speciality in the fiber arts.
We do have our preferences.
Yes, we have our preferences and specialities. So when you come to workshops, you typically will meet one of us, not both of us.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in knitting, crochet, and you want to come to a workshop or you want to arrange a consultation, then Hui Lian is the person you will see.
So if you're interested in weaving, mostly not just rigid heather weaving, multi-shaft, then you're likely to meet Chen Chen.
Or if you need equipment to be fixed, then I'm likely to be the person you will meet.
Yeah. And if you're looking to learn how to spin yarn, then likely you're going to see me.
Yeah. So we're going to start as usual. Every year we kind of like start off sort of rounding back on the projects that we did last year, some of the key projects that were more memorable, and then also to give an outline of what we hope to do at the start of the year, hope to sort of put on our project wish list for the year.
Like our project schedule.
So you want to go first?
Sure. Last year, I think I finished a few shawls, not so much that they were significant because I had people in mind to give to, but they were just patterns that made me happy when I look at them, and I adjusted some of the patterns to make it shape the way I like the shawls to be shaped. And I currently don't have any of those shawls with me because last year was also the year I had opportunities to gift and contribute the shawls to charity sales, to
the Singapore Records largest display of crochet stuff.
Yeah, so there was a scarves for that, but a lot of the shawls went to the temple charity sale, and so yeah, I don't have any of the shawls with me now, but that was just something I enjoyed making, but I had no intended recipients for them.
But it's good for her because she likes to make a lot, but she always end up with too many of them at
and
home.
and I don't really use what I make a lot of times. Yeah, just like earrings, I love making them, but I don't wear any of the earrings.
So I would say last year, I guess your most memorable would be the Anamko, because you contributed quite a lot of crochet scarves to the Singapore display, right?
20 plus, I think, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess to Hui Lian, that would probably be like her momentous achievement.
Because I managed to use up a lot of yarn.
Yes, it was like her big de-stash thing, Yeah, use it. And I think the crocheting scarf you also did a pretty simple pattern, right? So you can churn out like a lot at a go.
I think I did mostly corner to corner, but I also did shells because it's just a very comforting pattern. I could work on it while reading, so I don't have to really look at what I'm doing.
And last year you also did quite a bit of weaving because of Robin's workshop.
Yes,
I think more than
in a lot of years combined.
Yeah.
But I also did a number of band weaving. I managed to finish a few straps. So yeah, that was good.
So what are you going to use them for?
I have no clue.
You can make belts and then find a charity to donate them to.
Maybe. I did buy the hardware for the belts, but I have not decided which one of the straps to convert into a belt.
Or make guitar straps and sell. Or give them. If any of you play guitars and would like a guitar strap, you can get in touch with them.
I'll need to design wider straps. The guitar strap is about 2 inches.
Or what about ukulele straps?
Maybe.
Oh well, you can think of something. Anything else that's memorable?
I guess I did a lot of pattern testing on my own when I looked at inspiration photos online for tatting. So I wrote out a few patterns for tatting, and that was enjoyable because it was a lot of fun. I could play with proportions, I could figure out how the curve turns, so that's fun for me.
Anything else?
Nah, how about you?
Last year, like you I did a lot of weaving because Robin came. But more importantly, last year for the 2 study groups that I run, so annually I run the study groups for the rigid header weavers and the multi-shaft weavers. for a couple of years I haven't been able to weave along with the group. Like so the group weaves and does their homework, but I don't actually have the opportunity to finish the homework. So last year I did manage to do quite a bit of it. Like I managed to weave up like 2 or 3 different color play stuff for the Richard Hader group. And then for the multi-shawl group, as part of the group's homework, I wove like a really big shawl for which I gifted to my mum.
That was the 3-in-1 project.
Yes, that was the 3-in-1 project that was on the loom. And it is actually a shawl that like got used lah. Because at the end of last year, I brought my mum on a cruise to Antarctica. So then like it was heavily used during the cruise. Like she used it as a blanket, she used it as a throw, she used it like because I was on the trip with her, right? So I constantly see it being used.
And you also got a lot of use out of the top that you
Yes. So then that was the other project that I did, and to be fair, that's a knitting project that I finished in the shortest amount of time.
No?
I mean that project holds the
Then,
record.
but now?
Yeah, so we'll get to that later. I mean, don't count beanies because the year before my family trip to Japan, I did knit myself a beanie, but I don't think I finished it as fast.
No, but beanies are also smaller.
Yes, they're smaller. So now if we look at a big like wearable like clothing item, the sweater the vest rather did get finished quite fast. That's the Nawa vest from Yamagara's design. And there are yarns that I used in the shawl for my mom that I also used in the vest. So the yarns I used in the vest also went into the weft of the shawl. So I used that vest a lot. I pretty much wore it like every other day of the cruise. And it held up very well. It kept me warm. I really enjoyed wearing it. So those are the 2 like really more memorable. Yeah, on and off I did finish other projects. I did do an embroidery class with my daughters at the end of the year. I finished a piece of embroidery.
And you also started on your beading.
Yes, I did. I also started on my beading. So that kind of is a nice way to learn about something that's very localized. I mean, those of you who know me know that I try every year to go to a local craft studio or like a teacher to learn something. So last year I did do 2 because I did the beading in workshop with Raymond from Kim Chu. Rumah Kim Chu. Sorry. Rumah Kim Chu. Then I did the embroidery class with Soli fabric.
No, you also took the beading class for the cabochon.
Oh yes. I mean, but that one is because it's in our studio lah, so I didn't see it as going somewhere.
True, but
Yes, I also did the
instructor.
beaded cabochon from Pansy from Radiant Crafts, who teaches here, and in fact I made 2 to give away as Teachers' Day gift. Oh, and I also finished a pretty significant bead tapestry project for my daughter's dance teacher. So I did clock out quite a lot, and the good thing is all of those things that I made got used. Like a majority of them
Or gifted.
got used or
right?
got gifted away. Meaningful gifts like that got gifted. So that's but yes, I haven't, as part of the 2025 plan. I mean, I started the Peranakan beading. I almost finished 1 shoe. My plan for 2025 is to finish the other shoe.
Complete the project.
Yes, that's my
Are
plan.
you planning to make them into shoes?
I wasn't so much thinking of making them into shoes because I don't wear dainty footwear like that, number 1. Number 2, because I have a flat foot issue. So the shoes I wear need to be able to accommodate an insole. And Peranakan shoes are not going to enable that to happen.
But a lot of people are using them as decorative wall hangings.
Yeah, so initially my plan was to finish it, then just frame it and then hang it up. But I mean, my instructor Raymond did say that maybe I really should consider making it into shoes because I mean that's their kind of their culture, right? So I haven't decided, but if I do get them made into shoes, they are likely to be framed up as a display also. Like they're not going to be one. And also because Singapore's humidity just makes it very, very hard
to maintain
the pristine condition if you don't like sort of frame it. Because when you frame it, the framers do work with archival materials that I think keeps it from getting damaged. So I say this because I kind of like kept away my project before I went on a trip, and then during my trip that's when it rained a lot in Singapore and it's very wet and humid. So when I came back and I took out my project, then I started to realize that there are a little bit of those mold spots. Yeah, so I feel like if I finish already and then I make it into a shoe and I just leave it outside, right, I'm going to have this problem now. Like it's going to be something I can't really control. But if I put it in a frame, even if it's in a shoe form and get it framed, it's a bit like climate control. A bit.
At least they do seal the frame.
Yes, they do seal it. So there's a better chance of it being kept in I won't say pristine, but in a better condition than if I just kept it in the cupboard.
On another note, is there an alternative project you could make with the beaded parts, like a pouch or purse?
I could, but because it's in a shoe shape, so like even if they display as a hanging, right, they tend to keep it rectangular, like so with the shape. But I do know that after I finish I have an idea of what I want my next project to be, assuming I get on to the next project. Because I actually saw someone who did a simplified design of a kamcheng, but beaded. So they use bigger beads. So not the very Peranakan bead size kind of bead.
So that one is designated to be a?
Likely to be a tapestry. Yeah, but I'm thinking of doing it in the Peranakan beading style. Because I have on my plans for 2025 to do another woven beaded tapestry. Like, so not the stitch on fabric kind,
Right.
but one that you actually weave on a bead loom. So I've already purchased a few designs that I want to shortlist for that. But I do intend to, because I do enjoy Peranakan beading, like the stitching version, is to maybe do a kamcheng design. I haven't found a design, like available design that I can purchase, because a lot of the designs that are done for Peranakan beading are more like shoes. But when I went to the Peranakan Museum, I do realize they make other things like bedspreads and stuff like that, right? So I have gotten in touch with my Shifu Raymond. He says he doesn't have one. He will have to chart it if I really want it.
You could probably find a photo of a design that you like and then use that to convert to a charted design.
Yes, which I did try to run on some softwares. But because of kamcheng design, I need to either find a reference picture that's not so detailed, or I need to use a software that can handle much closer, like smaller. Yeah. So it's a case of either you have a lot more beads to deal with,
or smaller, like the
or you have to lose the details of the, because the kamcheng designs can be quite intricate. You got to lose some of those details.
Most of the Peranakan designs are intricate. That's like the part of the heritage.
So anyway, I told Raymond maybe a project for the second half of the year to finish the second half of my shoe, like the other shoe first. Then I can talk about next project. So for 2025, maybe not so ambitious. I just want to finish the shoe and the other woven beaded tapestry. Maybe the kamcheng will be 2026. Maybe.
You never know. You can always get distracted.
Yes. But on the point about the fastest knit project, you're right. The best last year was my fastest, as of then. But this year I have another project. My first, I think this is going to be my first completed project for this year. Is this? So because I did the Nawa vest last year and finished it in time to go on Yamagara's giveaway at the end of the year, I won a pattern of my choice from Yamagara's collection of patterns. And so I picked the Nola cardigan as my pattern choice. Okay, and then I started on this just before Chinese New Year. Like I bought the yarn just before the Chinese New Year break, so that I could cast on and knit during Chinese over the course of the break. And so I am now only left with the second half of my final intasha, and then the part where I do the rest of the sleeve and the ribbing.
This is the intasha.
Yes, but also this is a almost worsted weight yarn. Therefore, it also needs faster. Yes. And so I'm very pleased with it. I finished it already. But I did take liberties with the pattern again. I added extra buttonholes, and then I made some adjustments to the.
You did lengthen a bit. Right?
Yeah, I added extra length, which is stated in the pattern that we can do it. But I also did something else, some adjustments to the sleeve, which I wouldn't say on the video. I will tell you later after this. Yeah. I didn't even realize.
I think I can see.
Yeah, okay, so I'll tell you later the details because I'm pretty sure there's another detail that you didn't see, but I can tell you later. Yeah, so this is this. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do another knitting project this year. As in, I have no plans yet, whatever comes. But I do have a crochet project that I think I've decided for.
Oh.
Yes.
Which one?
The dragonfly one, the squarish dragonfly one.
Oh, that one. I remember. You're about half done, isn't it?
Yes, but I'm gotten a bit sick of the pattern. I
Yeah,
bought
yeah.
the pattern.
Because I remember you were working on it when we were at the pop-up
Yes. I'm a bit like
at Parkway.
No, that one I finished already. The pop-up at the pop-up at Parkway, that was many years back. That was the shawl,
The green colour one.
yes, which I also
This-
gifted away at the charity sale last year.
But the dragonfly one was
It's an orange one, orange and red.
But it was also around that time.
No, that's a long time ago. The dragonfly one, I started at Kyoto last year. But
No.
I have the intention to.
Weren't you working on it in the old shop?
Maybe I cast
You
on.
brought it to the old shop.
Maybe I cast on, but not the same time as the green one at Parkway lah. The Parkway pop-up is at least 3 years ago.
But the old shop, you had it. You
Only
already-
last year.
you
I only
already
started
started
it.
the
Yeah,
dragonfly thing.
Possibly. I think I'm going to frog it
Okay.
and maybe use the world that's left
Mm.
for a weaving project. Because I just came across in hand movement, people who actually use the world. So there was a lady who sampled the world in different structures,
Mm.
so different mountain structures, and I think some of the ideas are quite interesting. So I intend to try, and I've lost a lot of interest in the project, so I'm going to.
Yeah, because
Put it to
the
better
two
use.
worlds that were bought, we bought them at the same time, intending for
A different project.
a different project. We wanted to work on the same project then, and then we changed plans.
Yes. But I can show you the N-woven article and maybe you can come up with other things too. Because there's potentially, I think that will go into one of my study group projects this year. Yes, because this year again I got study groups to run. And then this year's study group is also a bit different because we're doing different themes. We run the same theme, especially for the rigid header group. Run it for say 2 years going. So this year is going to be a new theme, which will allow for some pretty challenging weaves if people are up to the challenge. Pretty interesting, more technically challenging weaves. Yes, so that, and then of course the usual. I still have my Kyoto Sashiko to finish. Hopefully I'll finish it before I end up Kyoto again. Then there's one thing I found a book on. It's a stitching, so it's not weaving, but it's Swedish hack.
Oh.
So it's like a stitching kind of weaving because it's in the weaving section, but it's Swedish.
So it's some hand manipulation thing.
I think it classifies more as needlework though, based on what I read and understand of it. But it's interesting, and, because you have the Swedish weaving, like there are structures that are very predominantly Swedish for weaving, and then this was just interesting. So my plan is maybe to do that, and then the final plan is maybe to sashiko something on this jacket. Yeah, so that's like yeah. Then got like a blank a bit because I haven't decided which local studio I want to go to for one class this year. I'm still planning. I haven't decided. So I'm pretty sure there are other projects. But that's kind of like my direction for 2025.
Okay, that's good.
What's yours?
I bought a backstrap loom setup years back.
Okay. For a minute I thought you bought another one.
No. Okay, to be fair, the first one I ordered, I was with you when we ordered it.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few years later, I ordered another one. So I actually
Mhm.
have 2 backstrap loom setups.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking that I would like to start using them this year. to try different weave structures. So one of them is specially designed with pattern warp, extra pattern warps, so that I could do Scandinavian strap weaving. So that's somewhere down the road. I would like to try it because I think I have a book on Norwegian strap weaving, and then there was another one on Scandinavian strap weaving. And so yes, that's something I would like to start using, because I actually have the two looms for minimally 4 years. The other one was about 8 years ago. So yeah, I would like to use those looms. I think my plan this year is to actually use the tools that I've been collecting. So that's one project. Another project is I would like to start using the wave loom that I bought 2 years back. It has been 2 years since I bought the loom and I have not used it. And that was a loom that got me very excited when I saw it. And I've been waiting for about 5 to 6 years to buy it because it was not available from the manufacturer. 2 years back, when the manufacturer finally decided to start making those looms again, I put in the order immediately. It came and I still have it in the box. Yeah.
So but you also like at one point we brought in a Nacrop Cedro loom because you couldn't get the wave loom.
Yes.
Do you know that the Cedro loom is still sitting like there?
Of course, I have yarn from 20 years ago, so
So
completely
just so you know that among the looms that you're supposed to like use, there's one more there.
Yeah. And then I did take tablet weaving classes.
Yes, at the conference.
At the conference, yeah. So that was 2 years ago. Since the conference, I have not done any tablet weaving, and I would like to, continue tablet weaving. So yeah, see a lot of things that I thought I would do. And then I have in plan, I have already bought the pattern, and I think I've decided on the yarn already. Now is to actually find time to start the project, because I would like to knit a top with some lace yoke. So that was something that I wanted to do last year, but somehow I didn't manage to schedule it in. And then my fifth project. This is a skirt that I've been imagining in my mind how I would like it sewn. So I did weave the fabric for it, so that's done. The weaving is done. I needed some fabric to complement the hand woven fabric because I think it's not enough, and I have bought that fabric. I went shopping. That was 2 years back. Yeah. And I have roughly decided on the actual pattern of the skirt that I want to sew. So all three done. Now I just need to find time to execute the plan.
Yeah, then you should have joined the group of us from the Sashiko group that was doing the skirt making last year.
Yeah, but I
To
don't
be
think...
fair, 3 of us started the skirt. Only I finished and I've worn the skirt a few times.
No, but I don't think I want to Sashiko over it because it's already very...
So actually of the skirt that's made, it wasn't a make and Sashiko. Only one person was going to Sashiko her skirt. Like the rest of us, like my skirt, because I did it out of pattern fabric.
Right.
Like the only thing I think we had agreed on was like the pattern.
Yeah.
Then because the fabric that I chose is a floral kind of fabric, I knew I was not going to Sashiko.
Yeah.
But we just made the skirt.
Right. Well, that's that.
Yeah, you can start a skirt making study group.
So this is like maybe 8 years in planning, because the warp that I used to weave the fabric, I made when I was at Sayuri.
That was Osaka in 2019.
Yes. So
Okay, not 8 years.
6 years. Yeah, 6 years in planning. And then of course I recently unearthed yarns that I bought from a trip in 2017. So that's 8 years ago. And on that trip, when I was so blissfully shopping for yarn, because yarn is everywhere in the Scandinavian countries, even in the supermarkets, I had bought a big bag of yarn that I intended to make into socks. So I finally found those. And I thought, why not? I should make socks out of those yarn. Yes. So that's on my plan too. And then I did buy a lot of crochet threads.
Oh yes.
Number 40, number 80 crochet threads. And so I finally kind of organized them into a nice container. And I have used some. I showed you some of the micro crochet projects that I did. So that is also something I'm looking to explore a bit more, like combining micro crochet with beading and stuff. So we shall see. And of course, I have some things that I need to finish up. It took me 2 years to spin up one braid that I bought. Yes.
2 years ago.
2 years. No, the braid we bought in 2018.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was the bridge you bought in 2020.
No.
My apologies, everybody.
Yes. So there was a fiber fest that we went to, remember?
Yes.
In 2018, I bought about 6 braids at that fiber
Everybody,
festival.
just so you know, this was bought before we opened the studio.
Yes. So at that fiber festival, I bought maybe about 6 braids, I think.
You did buy that many?
From the
Okay.
Little Lamb. Yeah, so this is an indie dyer. So I bought 6 braids, and out of the 6 braids, I think it's 4 colorways. And so I finished one of the colorways already, and that was maybe about 5-6 years ago. That shawl is gone. Someone bought the shawl. And I started, so these 2 braids that I'm intending to spin, I've already finished one. That took me 2 years because I was spinning so sporadically.
And so fine.
Yes. So this other braid, I need to start spinning so that I can eventually ply the 2 together and then come up with some project that I want to work on.
I hate to remind you more, but I think at the 2023 conference, you bought some more braids.
I did. And at the 2023 conference, well, I did buy, I think total maybe 12 braids. I have already finished 2 out of that 12.
Yes.
Last year.
But that is also, it took you 2 years to finish 2. So
No,
at
so
the,
when I
at
was-
the rate we are going, I guess you don't really have to go for a conference or any fiber shows for a while.
Well, it's not a need basis, right? We buy yarn, we collect fiber on a want basis, simply because we love the colors.
Yes.
Yeah. So, to be fair, the 2 braids that I spun from the 2023 conference, they were a lot thicker. I was spinning like fingering weight, so it's a lot thicker.
So maybe that's a strategy. Spin them.
But this other one that I that took me 2 years is cobweb.
Cannot lah, yeah,
Yeah.
because
So
you're
I need to
spinning
match
it
it.
to match ma.
Yeah, I need to
so no
match.
choice ma.
I hope it doesn't take me 2 years. I hope.
I hope so.
And then of course, one other thing that has been,
People, if you're coming for a community night, I suggest you just ask her every time you come. I think she needs to be held accountable.
I don't think
That happened, right? During the community night, just before I left Antarctica, you were supposed to be held accountable for something. And then one of the ladies who was going to come for community night for the rest of December.
No, so I did
Hold you
finish.
accountable.
I finished up the right half of the shoulder. I still haven't joined the 2 sides together for the top that I made. Yeah. So we will get there. And then the last thing that I thought I would finish, or at least make a dent in it, although it has been 1.5 years since I started, is to finish a certification process. Yeah. So I need to reapply because it has lapsed already. They allow us 18 months to start and end the program, and I've not gotten the exercises done. So
It's okay. It's like my weaving study group. I also have in my plan to maybe do what? Of the 17 units I have left because I finished one. Finished and graded.
yeah, but I thought you finished. No, grading, yes, you only sent
Yes.
one for grading,
Yes.
but I
No,
thought you
no.
finished the others.
I did half and half and half and half. Like half of unit 2, half of unit 3, half of unit 4, and half of unit 5.
Oh, I thought you finished unit 2.
No, only half.
Okay. So yes, it's a year to strive to finish things.
No, maybe we shouldn't say strive to finish things. Everything. We shall strive to finish something. Things.
Yeah, I'm very sure there will be distractions along the way that will,
Oh, that happens. I think one of the things about sharing with everybody what we plan to do, you will realize if you watch our start video and our end of year video, is that the projects don't match up.
yeah.
Never. I don't think we've actually had a year where half of the projects match up. Like the projects that I said I finished for 2024 were not on my list in 2024 at the start of 2024. So we kind of say a lot of this is also because it's a good way to get us to look at what stash we have at home lah. And maybe to review whether there are projects that we kind of, it's time to let it go. Like the dragonfly one that I say on the frog, it's time to let it go. Yeah. And then along the way we accept that we get distracted lor, maybe we learn new things, we buy new yarn, we buy new tools, that can happen.
And not just
Or
that,
things crop up in your life.
Sometimes something new crops up in your
Yeah.
social media, or
Correct.
your friend just shares with you
Correct.
and say, hey, look at this, and then you go, okay.
So don't misunderstand us, okay? When we share this, we are not saying that you have to be helped to finish these things. Yeah. I mean, if we want you to hold us accountable, we will lah.
I'm not sure I'm up for that. I've got projects that have been on my needles for
I do have things
a
that,
long time.
Oh, so I do set myself up for things that, like, if I want to be held accountable, like for the Peranakan Meeting project, for the longest time I never got started because I never found someone to do it. So when I found someone who is interested to do, and I know this person will finish one because she's somebody who gets her projects done.
Yes.
Yeah, so then that's when I said, hey, let's go and do it together. Because I know she will hold me accountable. Because we're doing it together, right, we will be held accountable. I mean, this is the same person who also did the Nawa vest. Like, she did it after I was almost finishing. She liked it, and then she started, and then because I finished mine, she finished hers, and then we both started this at the same. I started this maybe a week before her, and then she's already done with her cardigan.
Did she finish it?
Yeah, today she's finishing the ribbing. I will take probably another 3 or 4 more days, but because we're both working on it at the same time, I think these are things that we will get done. So like projects that actually I'm very sure I want it off my list, I do set up systems to hold myself accountable. But I know there are some things that I put on my plan, but it can go. Like if something comes up, it can go. I'm not like going to cry buckets because I didn't finish it. Then it's fine. So I think it's one of the things it's important for people to know, and we emphasize a lot in our studio, is that we know that we all have very competing, we all have different priorities and competing demands in our lives. It's nice to have a list of things you want to work towards, but if that list, you go off track from that list, right? It's okay, then it's fine. But if you need us to hold you accountable for something, you can tell us. We'll nag you. We are ex-teachers.
Well, at least she will.
We are ex-teachers. We'll nag you until you get the homework done.
But it's one thing to have plans. It's another to actually stick to a plan. Because sometimes you may be inspired by something and say, okay, I'm really, really interested to make this. But sometimes when you start on something and you go, actually,
it's not what you imagine it to be.
Yeah, or I have this limited amount of time for this period and I want to use it for something else. I don't want to spend it doing this, right? So then you just change your plans.
Yeah, so that can happen. So pretty much I think that sums up our personal plans for projects for 2025.
Yeah, not to mention, I think there'll be more things that crop up along the way, for sure.
Then we'll see how it goes. If you come for community night, you will find out. One of the questions that came in on when we had the ask questions poll thingy was, why do you not wear the stuff that you make? Because a lot of yarn shop owners, like outfit of the day, then they wear there are other things that they need. Even like the hand dyers, Louise quite often wears what she makes. So the question that they come in is, why y'all don't wear the things that you make lah? Because especially for her, so prolific, right? Okay, for me, the answer is 2 things. Number 1, I don't make that much things. I have been trying to wear the things that I make or I amend. So you would have seen me wear my jackets which has my weaving or my sashiko on it. So I do wear them. The skirt that I made last year, I worn it on multiple occasions in the shop. The tie-dye stuff that I do, the ice dyeing stuff that I do, I wear them. But I generally haven't really been wearing my knitted tops as much I mean, I wore my BB, I wore my vest on the trip.
But you have one here.
Yeah, I don't, because in the studio itself, I do a lot of maintenance work. Like when rooms get jammed, rooms need fixed, machines get jammed and stuff like that, or gadgets in the shop stop working, like the Wi-Fi, the printers, and things like that. And those of you who know us very well will know why that happens a lot of technical issues here, IT problems. It's then because I have to fix it. So a lot of times I have to get out on the ladders, I have to like pull out the hardware boxes and things like that. And wearing a knitted top just makes it easy for things to snag. Yeah, I've had a couple of my clothing snag on things, and then they get damaged, and because I can't produce so much hand knitted stuff, I tend to value them more. And so I try my best not to damage them by wearing them in occasions where I put them at risk. But I do wear my socks. So if you all see me at long pop-ups, I wear the socks that I knit, because the socks that I knit from wool, a weak sweat pattern. So I find my feet stays dry the whole day. Pop-up. You leh?
So strictly speaking, I do wear what I make, but I don't wear them very often. 2 reasons. Number one, whenever I'm carrying my laptop, I use a backpack. And if I'm wearing my knitted stuff and I use a backpack, I will get my clothing peeling up very fast, especially where the straps abrade against the top.
More surface area for abrasion
compared
to handbag.
That spoils my top, right? Because whenever you're pilling, you're basically having little bits of the yarn just get removed from the actual yarn, and then it peels really badly. Eventually your yarn will snap, right? So to take better care, I only wear my tops if I know that day I'm not using a backpack. I'm using I would minimize the abrasion, so I don't wear them as often. Second reason is the washing. I have limited space for laundry. So if I wear one knitted top, it will be that one knitted top for the entire week. I will not be wearing a second knitted top in a week.
Because you need the whole week to dry.
Yeah, and I need the space to let it dry flat. So that week, I would have to space it such that my usual laundry is dry. I can get it off the rack, and I can put the knitted top on top. So that's why logistically, it is not feasible to say an outfit every day, an outfit of the day with my knitted top. Although I have enough tops to do that.
Yeah, I think she has. I don't have.
So
one a day I will run out.
Yeah. So if I want a knitted top a day, I can probably last slightly more than a week. But I don't have the space for the laundry.
I think next time maybe now Taobao got the dryer system. Can buy the blow air one.
That one needs to hang. You need to dry flat.
Okay lah, then I cannot help.
Because that one you hang your clothing inside.
But you see, the reason why you don't hang to dry is because if you let it natural dry, it takes too long, right? Then you'll stretch out of shape.
Some fibers will stretch regardless of how long it takes, because like cotton, right? And I knit a lot with cotton and linen.
Oh, it's
cotton,
heavy lah.
Yeah, it's
heavy.
heavy. So it will stretch if you were to hang it. Even if it's fast, right? It will still stretch.
So when it's dry, also don't hang it.
Yeah. So the only things that I use a lot when I had long hair were my scrunchies. I would use them every day.
So now I need to pierce your ears.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Hello.
Why don't you knit yourself accessories like necklaces or crochet? Then you can wear them.
I'm not good with wearing accessories because I keep fiddling with them. Like if I have something around my neck, I'll keep fiddling with it until I will just remove it. So anytime I go out of the house with a necklace, when I come back, I don't know where the necklace is.
Okay, like so for me, I don't, because when I lean forward, I very rarely wear accessories, because when I have to fix warps and things like that, then everything gets caught.
Yeah, I don't even wear rings because I like the idea of wearing a ring because it's quite fun. But every time I go out with it, I'll keep fiddling, take it out, remove it, and then
wear flat rings.
Yeah, so when I go home, all my accessories are just gone. I don't know where they are.
So I always tell my husband, I'm very 好养 because I don't wear like the need to have big rocks.
The protruding
diamond. Don't have one, don't have. And then the only necklace I wear is the one that has my name, and I'm worn it like every day. I used to like change earrings, and now I'm just too lazy.
Yeah, so I don't use the earrings.
But I never considered the backpack one, because I use backpack all the time. Because I have a pincher, so I have been advised not to use like a one side, like
Yeah,
a handbag, because
yeah.
then I do a bit like this, so it's bad for me.
Yeah.
So I'm always in the backpack.
No, so I've had a number of tops because I used to wear them out, and I don't really notice until it gets quite bad, because sometimes you don't notice the peeling because
Yeah.
it's the same color, right? And then
Yes.
you take a closer look, then you say, oh, how come this side is peeling? And then you have an area that is thinning out, and that just horrifies me.
But okay, you need so fast anyway, you need to use up some so that you can replace with new ones.
But it has to last longer than 5 wears, 10 wears. A bit sayang leh. Cannot.
But it won't peel out so much in 10 wears.
I don't know. Depending on the yarn.
I mean,
because some
I would think
yarns-
that for you it's okay because your production rate for the replacement is high enough lah. Like for me, I make like
Yes.
one top a year. If it wears out in 10 wears, I basically can only wear once a month.
Maybe.
Right? Then the following year I'll have two, but one will have no.
Yeah, so I still have a stack of mates.
I should wear it.
No, the ends are not woven.
Oh yes, I forgot that.
So that is another
Anybody
challenge.
wants to volunteer to help
Yeah,
Lilian?
I've got a stack. I think maybe about 3 tops that are done, but not with ends woven in.
I think we should have one community night which is like all about weaving in your ends.
No.
Hey, but then think about it this way, you will leave the community night with like maybe 20 items off each.
No, it's not that much. I don't think it's that
I
bad.
am not so sure. But yes, so that's in response to like why you rarely
Yeah.
see us. But I think we need to expand that definition to include non-knitted stuff.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure like I try, like my jackets in the studio are all things that I have embellished. Yes, except this one because this is to be embellished. Yeah, all my other jackets are things that I've made.
Yeah. And I don't use
Okay,
any
I don't
of
make
the
from scratch. I like make some part of it.
And I don't use any of the shawls that I knit because I don't find myself
A shawl. But
cold enough in need of a warming device.
trust me, by the time she makes this place cold enough to require a sweater or a shawl, the rest of us will be frozen. Yes, we will.
I like 19, 18 degrees.
The
Like,
rest of us will be too
Yes.
cold to operate in this space. Yes. Yep. So yes, that's kind of in response to that question. And of course, if you have other questions you would like us to chat about in Chatting with Craft Attila, then just drop us a message. You can leave a comment, or you can DM us, send us a private message, or you can just tell us in the studio if you come and visit us. Yep. With that, I think we are done. Yes, so I have to edit this.